Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us right here on Midday, Kentucky on this, what is a gorgeous rainy day.
Gorgeous?
Yes. I
chilly.
love that
Think
sort
of
of
other
weather. You
words
know, we are into that sort of
Yeah.
weather because we are Netflix dreadful people.
Yes.
We sit around and watch Netflix all day
Netflix and
on
chill.
these type
Okay.
of
Netflix
weathers.
and chill.
Hey, how are we?
Doing good.
Miss you guys.
Oh, yeah, I missed
Yeah,
you too.
I did. Oh, you
Forgot you were gone.
New York was amazing.
Yeah.
And I won't go on about everything that happened, but I did tell you before I left that I was going to go jet skiing on the Hudson
Yes, you
River.
did.
Can I just tell you, and I was telling you this morning, that I've been pretty lucky to have done some amazing things. And I have to say, this is probably one of my top 5 now.
Nice.
This was the most amazing. I think we just got, this is me in front of the Statue of Liberty on the Hudson River,
Nice.
everyone in New York.
Excellent.
And there's another big posy shot of me standing
Yes.
up, I think I am.
That other shot is
here
so
it is.
funny. I love
flying.
it. Love it.
Can you, I'm sorry, 55 miles an hour, people. I'm flying around on the Hudson River. Can you just imagine what that is like?
Very cool.
It is
Yes,
so exciting,
seriously.
I can't tell you. It truly is. Mind you, the life jacket looks like it's 10 sizes too big, but, you know, it looks like I've gained that 17 pounds I put on. It's such an unflattering look, isn't it? Look at the calf muscles. Look at those legs, people.
I can't see him.
Very impressive, I say. Hey, now also what I did, this is the Oculus. Now, if you haven't been to the 9/11 memorial site, this is the Oculus that has been built there. And I saw it when it was getting built once before, but I wanted to show you all. This is all inside. This is on the grounds of the Westfield Centre there. And all inside, isn't it the most incredible structure?
It's gorgeous.
And there's, I think it's 3 floors of shops underneath. Really beautiful, guys. And really, it didn't dawn on me until I was standing back at the front. I was there the day before 9/11. Celebrations yesterday. Well, memorial, not celebrations, I should say. It really was quite eerie. And I did find it strange. There was hardly anyone there on the Sunday. But then I realised when I saw it, I went, that's why. A lot of police there, didn't click. Do you know what I mean? It's all very safe. It was fabulous. But do you remember I also talked about this ice cream shop?
Yes, I'm dying
Well,
to see this.
this is minus 321 degrees. Now, look, I paid $25 for 2 ice creams, okay? And it's, of course, all presented in these videos that we're going to show you. And it is this ice cream, and it's got dry ice. So this is how it's presented.
Oh my goodness.
This is cookies and cream.
That is really
It's a
cool.
total gimmick, look.
But was it delicious?
Yeah, was
You
it
know
good?
what? I have to say to you, you know, what's that company that's here that has the ice cream that came on the shows? I can't remember what they're called. They're a local company.
Oh, Graders.
Oh, Graders.
Graders.
Graders is better.
Oh, Graders.
Like 25 bucks
It's
for
hard
these,
to beat
for these
Graders.
2 ice
Yes,
creams.
seriously.
And I had to line up for 45 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did
anyway.
you have the taste of the dry ice? I'm just curious.
No,
'cause it
no,
is-
see the dry ice is underneath?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the cup of ice cream
not hitting the ice
sits on
cream at
top.
all?
No.
Okay.
No. Look, I said I would show it to you. I was staying in Brooklyn. I've always stayed in Manhattan, and I have to say to everyone at home, you're 10 minutes from everywhere in Brooklyn in Uber. It's amazing. Do you know what I mean?
It
Because
is.
I hang out downtown, and uptown's a different thing. But I have to say, Brooklyn is so fabulous.
Yeah, it's really nice. I was up there last year.
Half the price of
Gorgeous.
everything in Manhattan, Katie.
Still very expensive, though, from
Yeah,
where
it
it was
is.
even 5 years ago, because now Brooklyn is becoming that trendier neighborhood. And It's really nice.
I was in a place called Dumbo, and it's right on the, like, near the bridges and everything.
Yeah.
I wish I could tell you more about the suburb, but I really don't. I'd never been there. So,
Yeah.
but fabulous little shops and
Oh, neat.
really cool, very family. It was lovely.
I need to go there. I haven't been there.
You should go.
Yeah.
It's really great.
I've been to Manhattan,
Well,
of course.
well, when
but
hubby gets back, you have to stay at the Roxy.
The Roxy?
And I went and had a drink at the Roxy. It's so fabulous. It's a very old school hotel. And it really is just old school.
You're turning into Miranda. Remember when she moved to Brooklyn?
Oh, yes. I'm not a redhead. But I could be.
At heart.
Okay, well, let's get this right along. Let's skip up the teleprompter, if you wouldn't mind, my little friend Jester. There we are. A prestigious school in Victoria offered modern etiquette classes to its students, which involved teaching the schoolgirls how to wear high heels. Following the class, some students at Girton Grammar School hid out at the female-only session. On the one hand, we are being expected to excel in STEM subjects, okay, along with the boys, but some students wrote in to a letter to one of the local papers and basically saying, on the other, we're being asked to bring in high heels so that we can learn how to work in them. It's demeaning and sexist. Okay, this is me with a bit of tongue-in-cheek, but also with a little bit of reality here.
Sincerity, okay.
Okay, I've seen a few people walk in high heels in my day. I think most girls should have a lesson in a high heel walk.
Well, I think that at first I don't agree with that, but I think that what stands out for me in this article is you said that this prestigious school offered the etiquette class. It wasn't
Mandatory.
required.
It wasn't
So
required.
if that's an offered etiquette class, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think young girls though should be rolling around in heels. I don't think that's appropriate.
I
Well-
don't even see the reason to have the etiquette class offered to walk in high heels.
Yeah,
there are-
I
really don't.
This is a private school.
Right.
Okay, and there are etiquette classes.
Yeah.
I need etiquette classes just to get through the conversation. Etiquette classes that are all in many schools around the world. Do you know what I mean? That you could take these classes if you want to. But they basically were saying the workshops are designed to provide students with information on self-conduct in social and work environments. And look, I have to be honest with you. There's nothing worse than, you know, a 19-year-old gal who wants to wear the latest fashion of a 6-inch stiletto and can hardly walk in it. I really do believe that you do need to be taught how to walk. Listen, I've put on an odd heel or two. Do you know what I mean?
No, but then are you being taught that you have to wear heels
No,
to be taken
that's not what
seriously?
it's
And I think
about.
that's the argument
Yeah.
here, where it's not can you learn on your own versus should you take a class. I think it's should you even be taught that you have to do that. But I think it's fine. It's an offered class. If you want
Did
to take the
anyone
etiquette
teach
class.
you how to walk in a heel?
No, and I like to wear flats. The morning show, I wear tennis shoes because you can't see my shoes, and he requires that I wear heels, so
Yeah, I
I
do.
leave them at my desk. I put them on for the show. I put my tennis shoes on, and I leave.
And you?
You know, it is what it is, me walking in high heels. I'm usually on the fly and, you know, but if they want to offer it, that's fine, but I just don't see the sense in it.
Yeah. Okay. But don't you agree, if you don't know how to walk in a pair of heels, you can actually damage yourself.
Well, you can, that's
like,
true.
Let's be real.
That's
and
true.
also, a lot of the modelling schools and models, they are taught to walk in a heel. So, and I just think, you know, if you not only will you make yourself look ridiculous if you don't know how to walk in a pair of heels, you know, but you can also hurt yourself very badly. All right, tell us what
But
you
you can
think.
also just wear flats or tennis shoes.
And be happy. Happy feet.
Yeah.
Well, then again, I think that puts a whole new conversation, Katie, into then if that's the case, why do you wear makeup? If that's the case, why do you wear dresses that look better with a heel? Like you go into that whole, why do we buy fashion magazines? Why do Jimmy Choo be able to sell shoes at $900 and women buy them?
No, I'm saying
Just
it's
know
just
what I
each
mean?
person's personal choice. But
Yeah.
at that younger age, you're still developing what you think is your choice. If you want to wear heels or if you don't. If you want to wear makeup or if you don't. Like, I don't think there should be a makeup class in school.
Well, yep, we have cooking classes, we have sports classes.
They're
we
not
have
in school like
Yeah, they
that.
are.
Teaching it's
In home
vanity.
ec.
Teaching vanity.
home ec. Well, can that be classed as a form of vanity because you're a good cook? I
No,
mean,
those are life skills.
No, that's a life
Makeup
skill
is
to
not
me.
a life skill. And then you'd be teaching someone at that young age, maybe a 12-year-old, that she needs to wear makeup.
Yeah, I guess. Look, I remember, many years of having the salons, and I would truly, but then again, it was in the fashion industry. If you came in and you had not great hair or you were wearing no makeup, that I would think about that thinking you're selling fashion to the clients of this business, and yet you can't even be fashion forward yourself. And you trying to convince the woman or the man that you're working on to be fashion forward.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Do you see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I've always believed, I've often said to you, go on, Dale, put a bit of lippy on. Do you know what I mean? I'm the first one, but I'm happy to help with that. If you don't have any idea how to do it,
Well, you're supposed to be teaching us hair. When are we doing
We're doing
that?
a whole.
When are we doing that?
Don't you worry, my friend.
You're supposed to help me.
I called a few favors in New York while I was there. It's all
Okay.
happening.
Awesome.
Okay.
Don't you worry. Okay, let's move along, and this is what we're talking about. This is something interesting when you're talking about participation trophies, Katie.
Yeah, and we've been seeing this. I think just picking up in the last few years, this theme of that topic of participation trophies should not be offered because it's not teaching kids the reality of life. Everyone is not a winner. You know,
Right.
someone is the loser.
Right.
But I came across this blog, and this woman has a special needs child, and she was arguing that, you know, some children will never win that trophy on their own,
True.
and that it's so special, and you can't have a black and white line of, you know, well, some of these kids can get a participation trophy and some not. And I was just wondering, do you guys think at these early ages that it still is beneficial to have these participation trophies? Because I know with cousins of mine and other people in my life that these younger ages, they're not getting those participation ribbons
Well,
anymore.
you've got
it's
kiddies.
only
What do
for
you
the
think?
winner. What do you think?
You know what, I totally agree with her as far as the special needs child, because you know that I also have a special needs child, and he really does love getting that trophy. You know what I mean? The
And the
participation.
joy must be
yes,
amazing.
and so for me, I think that's really a good thing for him.
Yeah.
Now, and for younger kids, I think it's good too. I think, you know, I think it's okay. I think it does get to a point though that the competition begins, and that's probably, you know, looking at my kids, I would say probably about age 8. I think
Oh,
is
wow.
probably
Okay.
where I think that there does need to be a divide, and there has to be, you
Like a
know,
cutoff.
yeah, kind of, you know, they have to start realizing that there are winners, and that they have to, if they want to get the trophy, they got to put the work in order to achieve that trophy. So, and I'm working on that actually with my son right now, Harrison, who's in karate. You know, they do a first place, second place, third place, and you know, and he doesn't get a participation
Yeah.
trophy, you know, and so.
Is he upset by that?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's like, well, I want to get first place, and I was like, well, honey, you gotta
work for
You
it.
gotta work for it. I mean, he wasn't mad. He was just like, you know, I'd like to get one, but you
Yeah.
know, he's not.
and
I don't
I-
push him too hard with it.
Well, you get a participation if you run a marathon, and you know you get the little
Right.
medallion and stuff like that. But I remember when we were at competing as kids with the horses. No, you didn't get another ribbon because you came in 10th.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
But I will also say, I was always really proud when I would get up and get my prize or something like
Yeah.
that, being first, second, or third. You know, you took something away from that, thinking if you came in third, what do I need to do to be second? Now, I think it's great for life skills, but that doesn't mean just because you're eager to get first prize, doesn't mean when you're 25 that you're going to knock everyone out of the way
Right.
and be the best at your job. And so
Yeah.
there's certain things. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right, but you do
Like-
need to you do need to learn. It's a competitive world out there. You
Yeah.
gotta
But
learn.
it does feel good, like you said, marathons or different races or things like that. You know, I'm a
Yeah.
grown woman, and when I finish a race and you get the medal, it's special, and you want to have it and put it, you know, wherever you keep those things. So I do
Right.
think at especially younger ages, I was thinking 10, maybe 8 years
Yeah.
old, I think is a good age to, I think everyone
so
should be
too.
getting those medals and
Well,
participation
the thing
things.
is also, Lisa, I was just thinking, because I also had, I had a special needs auntie that lived with us when we were growing up. And she, when we used to get the trophies for sporting events and things like that, my mother would get something for her if she came
yeah.
to the
Okay.
the race or something.
Yeah.
You know, the school wouldn't, of course, because she was an adult. And but my mother always gave her. So it was her sister.
Oh, yeah.
And so I did. And she used to come home. She'd be more proud of the trophy than what we were. Do you know what I mean?
Right,
And
right.
she would then want our trophies to be with hers, and she would set them all up. And you know.
Yeah.
I think it's nice. I think there is a cutoff time as well.
I do.
Hey, guess what, everyone? We're going to be chatting to Dr. Gina Johnson-Higgins about the Sonic Hair Diamond Clean Smart Brush up next. And everyone, going to wash that yellow right out of your mouth. Back after this short break.